Welcome back to Ancient Knowledge and welcome Scorpios. Scorpios, this is for all of you who are participating in our challenge of tropical versus sidereal astrology. So, whether you identify as a Scorpio through tropical astrology, which dictates you being born October 23rd through November 21st, or whether you identify as Scorpio through sidereal astrology, which says that you were born November 16th through December 15th, welcome Scorpios. This reading is for you, and it looks like we have a little card that got out of the deck. In keeping with the theme we've been doing, first we are going to draw 4 cards out of our Wildwood Tarot deck, and then we will clarify them with either 2 or 3 cards from our Wild Unknown deck, followed by 1 or 2 cards dictating whatever spirit dictates by our good tarot. So the first thing we have today, and yes, they've had me doing this as opposed to cards falling out for me, which is easier, guys. Ooh, we've got Green Man. Interesting. Already starting out interesting, Scorpios. 13, the Journey. Queen of Vessels. And finally, pull this one. Okay, we did have the Wanderer in a couple of our first couple of readings, somewhere between Aries and Virgo, and we also had the Queen of Vessels. These other 2 I have not seen yet in this particular segment of drawing. Let's take a look. Number 4 is the Green Man. Oops, let's bring these down where you folks can see them. Number 4 is the Green Man. The Green Man is very interesting. The Green Man is a level in which he's a number 4, okay? And in many decks, he may be equivalent to the Emperor, right? He is a wise old man, very much so. He has traveled much throughout space and time and throughout experience. The Green Man comes into his awakening of self-awareness, okay, at the number 4. That is also our awakening, folks, as human beings at the number 4. And I find it interesting that the very next card is the number 13, which is also a number 4. It is also another awakening, and it is the journey, okay? So although we may awaken in the number 4, it is the number 13, which is a number 4 as well, that we truly awaken and begin our spiritual journey to eternal awareness, if you will. Okay, on the polar side, and oftentimes I have this little guy here. On the flip side, or the polar side of this, is the Queen of Vessels, also equated with the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Hearts, right? Well, it's interesting, represented by a salmon, as the salmon follows its instinct upstream, which seems to be counterintuitive, as does the Queen of Vessels, or the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Cups. Know what she knows instinctually, whether it seems to be counterintuitive or not. Because when we say counterintuitive, human beings don't really use that term correctly. We're saying counter logic is what we're really trying to say. Counterintuitive, intuitive is never wrong. So intuitive might go against the grain, but it's not wrong. Okay? And we go all the way back, I find this interesting, to the 0, which is the original awakening, right? The original beginning for our original creator. Our original creator became self-aware to the best of our knowledge and our understanding at this time. To the best of the knowledge is shared with me, and I do have memories that have been, I have memories within me, folks, that go back to this time and even before is what I'm going to share. And so my memories and understanding at this point in time dictate that our Creator became aware as the wanderer, as the fool, as the one stepping out on a new adventure. we became aware in the number 4. Okay? So if you watch the progression of this Scorpio, for me, this is big time heavy. Because it's you saying, I'm becoming aware. So much aware. I'm taking the journey to my own godliness. I am following my highest queen, my essential intuition on this journey. And in doing so, yes, I may step out there like the fool myself on a new journey. Non-gender, by the way. Boy, girl, young adult, older child is what this card represents. Is us stepping out on our own quote-unquote fool's journey. But we do have a little rainbow that we're following here, right? You do, Scorpio, have that guide. Now, let's take a look at clarifying some of these cards even more, although I don't see, Scorpio, where these cards need a whole lot of clarification, but we are going to do it. We're going to see what they have for us. We have a 5 of Wands to clarify your green man number 4 and your journey number 13. And what this tells me immediately is, yes, this is not the most, this is not an easy journey. Quite frankly, it's one of the most difficult journeys that we as human beings, it is the most difficult journey we'll make. As multidimensional beings of light, now raising and having raised the material, the sentient physical body of the human being, this is not an easy thing to do. However, you have had much training. What this card says is, what struggles you encounter here, see how they're all, these wands, these sticks are all facing a different direction. One, not two facing each other. Go inside, and you'll hear me say this a lot, but it's the truth. Go inside and figure out what these different sticks are. Figure out what part of you internally is struggling with other parts of you. What concepts, belief systems do you have? Why do you have them? And why does this one conflict with this one? And get that stuff straight within yourself. As you take this journey. If you are willing to do that, if you are willing to look inside at everything that you come across, even that which does not seem to be a case for the internal, it is. It always is. Because you cannot change anything outside of you, only that which is in yourself. And if you change anything within yourself, whatever outside of you will be affected by it. The next card that we are going to pull is the 3. Beautiful. Beautiful. More clarification. Queen of Vessels, we already talked about being that most instinctual, internal of you, that higher knowing. I mean, really, other than the High Priestess, right? This is the ultimate. Followed by the 0, you going back to being the Fool, taking the new journey. Well, it's clarified with this 3. The 3 is the Empress. That's who I didn't mention. I apologize, Miss Empress. 3 is the Empress. 3 is tying what you know to be of your soul, your heart, mind, and body together, as I mentioned over here, raising the physical as well. Because the truth is, you are a multidimensional being of light who has ventured on this journey as a soul. You now have that soul. You have that soul. You have that heart. You have the mind and the thought processes. So in other words, purity of heart, highest intention for all, you may physically now manifest. Scorpio, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. And if you ever have a question on your manifestation, or you aren't allowed, okay, I'm going to put it this way. I hope it doesn't sound too blunt or rude. None of us is allowed. Oh, I guess I did get a card falling out. None of us is allowed to break the dimensional rules of which we are in. So if you are not of the purest of heart with the highest intent for the highest good of all in anything you manifest, you simply won't be able to manifest it. And if you are of a soul that is learning, that is like, wow, man, I don't know. Yes, my heart is pure. I know that. My intentions are pure, but I'm not sure. Is this truly for the highest good of all? This is where you go inside and the answers will be very clear for you. So you can't make a mistake. To clarify everything I've just said is the 9 of fire. You are the one manifesting. You have reached the power of the 9. 10 is the ultimate. 10 is the ultimate in this world. I mean, our pages, our princesses, our adepts, our seekers, all those cards, queens, kings, masters, all of those things are of a higher level working with us. But you, as a human being right now, that multidimensional being of light working within a physical body, 9 of fire is the next step to the 10, which is the ultimate. Fire is inspiration. Fire is the idea. Fire is what drives you. So what is it, Scorpio? Because you are right there at the 9. You are creating it. All you have left to do is that 10. Love you so much. See you all coming back here in just a moment so that we can do our beautiful Sagittarius. Sagittarius next. Bye-bye.